Hey everybody, it's your Beachbody Coach Tanya here for our lunch date. So I'll give it a couple minutes, get some people on here before we start chatting. I actually have a thought today. It's something that I actually struggle with, so I figured why not talk about it, right? So guys, all right, we have some people on, so I'm gonna go ahead and start chatting about my topic because I know everybody has their lunch date right now and everything. So hey Martha, thanks for joining me. I hope you were able to chat with some of your friends about what me and you were talking about and texting about yesterday. So hopefully we can get you those shakes for free. Anyways, so my topic today. Guys, it is freaking hard being a mother. I can't say it's hard being a father. I know it's just as hard, but I'm not a father. Sometimes I have to be the mother and the father, so I guess I can kind of say I am. But it is so hard. I struggle a lot because, okay, growing up, I had both my parents in the house with me. They were still married. They are still married today. So for me, it was dad gave the tough love. Mom was like the nurturer and the one that made me feel better after I got a spanking on my ass or whatever. So, growing up, it was, dad was real strict with the rules, and mom, even though mom was strict, my mom, was still strict with the rules and stuff like that. She had the caring and everything else. So, and that's how it is in most households. The dad's the one, the moms are always like, don't make me call your dad, don't make me tell your dad what you're doing. So the dad's always like, looked at as, because they're the stronger ones. So they're always looked at as, the enforcer and the spanker or whatever. And I struggle because for a long time, it was just me with the kids. So I felt like I had to be the mom and the dad. So it was, I would have to scold them and I would have to punish them for the things that they did wrong, but then my nurturing side kicked in and I want to hold them and talk to them about what they did wrong and then tell them everything's okay and I forgive them literally right after I yell at them. So, hey Nitzia, thank you for joining me. So it is a daily struggle for me. I don't know if I'm the only mom that struggles with that, but it is so hard for me because I want to be really strict with them and I want to put them in their place, which don't, mind you, I do. The Italian does come out of me sometimes, and I do. But literally right after I end up scolding them or screaming at them like a crazy person or whatever, I end up feeling so horrible. So I end up wanting to apologize or to go in the room and talk to them and be like, okay, well, this is how it should have been. And, and then we have a conversation, which is how it should have went the first time, not when we were arguing. So it is extremely hard being a mom. It's like we want to do right by our kids and we want to teach them the right things and we want to, we want to trying to put into words, not tell them what to do, but you know what I mean? Like we want to be the enforcer too. But it's so hard for us to be the enforcer because the nurture side comes out. Us as women, we're nurturers, we're caregivers. We want to take care of everybody. And that side comes out. And then you're like, damn it, I just screwed up everything I just did, being strict and, taking charge. And then you're like, crap, I just screwed it all up by, walking in and apologizing for my behavior. As a parent, I should be apologizing for getting upset at something that they did, but that's just me as a person. And so it makes it so hard for me. I'm going to read some of these comments. I lost both my parents, I lost my kids, especially my little girl, and I've learned the hard way of being a parent, but to discipline them, and I love being a dad. Yeah, that's the hard part. You got to do the dad part. You got to do the disciplining, and I do it. Obviously, if you ask my husband or if you ask my dad or any of the guys in my life, they don't think I do it enough. But I do it. And the part for me is it's almost like that fine line. Like, okay, here's the line. Here's me yelling or scolding or taking away a cell phone or punishing or something. And then it's right here. And then I just want to jump over here and be a nurturer immediately after. And I have the hardest time not doing that. And I think it's just because of who I am as a person that it's hard for me to not want to be the nurturer, not want to be the caregiver. Like and it's okay to be that way, but I shouldn't do it right after. I mean, that's crazy. So, I mean, it's not like our kids come with a manual or anything, and my kids are older. Kayla will be 16 in April, and Ryan's going to be 13 in January. And you would think that it gets easier. You guys, it gets freaking harder because they all want to speak their mind at the same time. They don't get along with each other. You know, it's just, it's crazy. And it's very hard raising teenagers in this day and age. Like, you have to fight with the computer screen. You're fighting with the phone screen to talk to them. You know, things like that. I actually saw this cute little box on Pinterest that I think I'm going to make or buy. And everybody has to drop their cell phones there when they get home. When homework and stuff is done and we're not doing family time, they can have it. And then at a certain time at night, it needs to go back in the box. Something like that. But I want more rules. I want more structure in the house. But it's so hard because I set the rules, but then I don't implement them. Or maybe I don't follow it myself, so they see that I don't follow it. You know, I really try to do that, but it's so hard. And then I feel so bad, and then I feel so guilty if they cried because I told them I was disappointed in them. And I mean, I'm sure my mom and dad felt bad, but they sure as hell didn't come to me and tell me that they felt bad, you know, but I will sometimes. And I'm like, and as I'm doing it, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, don't tell them that, you know, but I just, and I guess it's because of my situation with the kids, because, you know, being in a split home, and, you know, they have a house here with me and Alex, and then they have a house with their dad and his wife and their kids. And it's like, I think I feel bad that my kids have to live that life. So I think I try to overcompensate for that guilt almost of that. I feel like it's my fault that they have to live that life that they're living. I'm getting really vulnerable with you guys right now. And so sometimes I feel like maybe it's my fault. And it's just me feeling so guilty that because I feel guilty, I just want to like make everything so happy when they're here, you know, because their dad lives an hour north of us. So it's very stressful for them being that far from where their life is. You know, Caleb does 3 different things with soccer here in Cooper City. So it makes it very hard for her to be an hour away and then still have to get to those things. So I know it's very stressful for them. Awesome. Let's hear from a guy on this perspective. Adam. He said, being a parent is hard because you want to be their parent as well as their friend. I don't think there is a wrong way of parenting as long as you aren't being disrespected. As long as they know you are doing wrong. As long as they know they are doing wrong when they do wrong and are shown how to do it right next time. But it's important to follow through with the punishment and give the punishment. It's hard, no doubt. Oh my God. Yes, Adam. Yes. That's the hard part, and I totally agree with you. There's no right or wrong way of parenting, obviously. If somebody's smacking their kid across the face and beating the crap out of them, that's not right. But it's definitely a difficult job. It's my hardest job. And I do follow through with the punishment that I give. I just feel so freaking guilty for it. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Jenny. Thanks for joining us. So I feel so guilty, and then I feel bad, and then it's hard for me to sleep because I can't stop thinking about it. You know, like I know that they're dying when I take their phone away, or I know that, you know, they're upset because I won't let them go to their friend's house because of a punishment or whatever. I mean, my kids are pretty good. They don't get punished that often. Hey, Alyssa, how are you? But when they do, I feel bad for punishing them. When they should feel bad that I had to punish them. You know what I mean? But it's just like, I don't know if it's a parent guilt or if it's just me as a person. My daughter's 5. I do discipline her, but she wraps me around her little finger. She is daddy's girl. I don't think boys do their own thing. It's hard. But you see what your parents went through, and then you have to learn. Yeah. And it's so funny. Do you guys remember growing up? Did your parents used to say to you, oh, you'll understand when you have kids of your own? Or, I hope you have a daughter just like you. I heard that a lot. And both of those things ring true. My daughter is 100% me. So me and her butt heads a lot because it's like raising myself. And it's so true. I understand a lot of things now that I didn't understand, obviously, when I was a kid, because now I am a parent. So I heard that all the time. Let's see. Martha, I have to play both roles because my husband works out of town and we don't see him for weeks. So the enforcer, and more because I have 3 girls, I don't want them to make same mistakes. I feel that if something happens, it's going to be because my husband is not here. Yeah. And yeah, so Martha, I'm right there with you. Like, I mean, Alex is here. He's not their biological father, but you know, he is the father figure here in this house. But it's a weird line for him also, because it's like he wants to help, but he doesn't want to overstep. And I always tell him that he's not overstepping. Like, help me, please help me. But it's hard. Like, it's hard to be the enforcer and then the nurturer. It's hard to do both jobs, mom and dad. So for you single parents out there, I know how hard it is. Trust me. And you need to give yourselves props for the hard work that you're doing, because it is not easy. Can you guys hear my dogs? So when I don't have the kids to deal with, I have the dogs. Hey, girls, stop it. They're having their play session, I guess. So it is definitely difficult, and to be both. It's definitely difficult. Even when you have like Martha, where her husband's always traveling, you feel like a single parent, and it's a very hard job. So parenting alone is hard, but you know, it's definitely difficult, because you want to be close with them. You want to make sure you keep that open line of communication. So you want to be like friendship close, but you don't want to be their best friend, because you still have to be that parent. So it's that fine line that you go past, being in the friend zone, but in the parent zone. And then, because you want that open line of communication, you want them to come to you to ask you questions. You want them to come to you to tell you things. So everything with parenting and with motherhood is that fine line, like, that you can't cross in certain aspects. Discipline, trust, friendship, love, care, everything is all part of parenting and showing your kids right from wrong. Exactly. Hey Lola, hi Renee, I just noticed you ladies hopped on. Thanks for joining us. Hi Nadia, how's that little princess of yours? Hi Angelita, how are you? Oh, that's funny, Adam, sell them on eBay. I am a big eBay seller. Actually, that's how I started my Beachbody business. I sold some of my like Coach bags and Michael Kors bags that I didn't use all the time on eBay, just so I can buy my challenge pack to get my business started. So it's funny that you said that. But it's such a hard thing, guys. It's such a hard thing. I'm actually gonna shake up my energy drink while I'm on the phone with you guys, because I try to do it around this time, like 12, 1 o'clock lunchtime. Sometimes I put it in my shake, sometimes I drink it by itself. But this is what I like to have, like midday. You know how sometimes you get that 3-day, can't even speak, that like 3 p.m. crash. So my Shakeology helps me with that 3 p.m. crash anyways. I haven't gotten that like feeling like you're gonna crash since I started drinking it, so in a few years. But I do notice a big difference in myself with my workouts when I have my energy. I just decided to try it the other day. One of my friends, she's a coach on our team, Amy, brought me a scoop, and I tried it at a restaurant. And so I tried it, but I tried it just by putting the powder in my mouth and then drinking water. I would not recommend that. My mouth was dry like for the rest of the day. Plus I went to go talk and powder went everywhere. It was hilarious, actually. So I've been like shaking this up, and then I'll drink it, you know, like in 20 minutes or so. I like to shake it, let it settle, shake it again, and then let it settle. And then I find that when it comes to my workout, I work out a lot better. I don't like to drink it right before my workout, because as you guys can see, I'm already pretty energized without it. And because if I drink it at that time, I end up staying up a lot later, and then I feel like I need it first thing in the morning. So I'm trying to do it like around lunchtime. And it helps me a little bit, gives me that little extra kick for my workout. Probably put it in his shake this morning. He needed an extra kick, so I'm dying to see how that worked for him today. He didn't know I was sneaking it in some of his shakes already, and he seemed to have better days on the days that I gave him a little scoop of this stuff. So let me just see what you guys are saying here. I want to drink water now just because seeing you enjoy yours. Oh, I love water. I love water. I actually drink this. I get that done in a day. But when I have my energy, I like to take a water bottle, put some water in it, and then shake it up instead of putting it in my shake and stuff sometimes. So I love it. But yeah, guys, it's not easy being a parent. And for all the parents out there, all the moms out there, the single moms, the single dads, you know, being a parent and then being in a relationship on top of being a parent is very difficult, because it's having a bunch of different relationships. Your marriage, or your relationship with your significant other, with your children, and then if your significant other or your husband or your wife is not their biological parent, that makes it even harder too, because sometimes you feel you have to choose one over the other. So it does make it very difficult. But so today was a day of me just talking about what I struggle with as a mom. Motherhood is not easy. I'm having some feelings of guilt today. Not because I punished one of them, but because I'm going to be missing out this weekend. I have a trip planned, and I'm going to be missing out on my daughter's homecoming, her very first time going to homecoming, and I will not be here to help her get ready. It wasn't my day to have her. She was supposed to be with her father, but her father decided a couple days ago that she's going to get ready here at my house, and I won't be in town. So thanks to my mother, my mom's going to come here with her, and I made an appointment for her to go to Just Air and get her hair done, and then I'm going to FaceTime her and help her, give her the steps on doing her makeup, but it just feels weird. Got a little guilt going on, but it's just all part of being a parent, you know, because that's what makes it difficult, especially as moms, because I don't know for some of the dads on here, but I know for me, if I go away and I miss time with the kids and things like that, I feel sad. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Like once I became a mom, I couldn't continue living my life. So it makes it hard for me when I had to make choices like that. But choices made. This girl's packing, so it'll definitely be difficult, but I'm going to have a great time because we're going to see some of our really good friends. And we're going to see our new cabin, so I can't wait to see that tomorrow. We've only seen pictures so far, so this will be our first time seeing it in person. But it's just, anything with children isn't easy. But I know if you put the time and energy into it, you can make it the best that you can. And yes, blended families are not easy families. I actually think blended families are harder than the parents trying to stick it out sometimes. But depending on the situations, of course. My situation's not. This blended family is a lot better than the other family. But, you know, it's definitely hard. It's definitely hard. And I thank all of you for getting on and chatting with me because it's nice to know that I'm not the only parent that goes through these feelings. And it's nice to know that I have your support for me to be my, you know, bring out my tough guy and keep my tough guy out and stick to my guns. It's definitely a hard thing to do. But if we have each other, we should be able to do it. I should open up a parenting group. You know how I do these fitness groups all the time? I should open up a parenting group, somewhere that we can go to talk about like maybe what the kids did or how we had to punish the kids and now we feel bad, so we can all help each other. Like, no, stick to your guns, don't give in, keep that phone for the day that you said, you know, things like that. If I opened a group like that, would that help you guys? Let me know if that would help you guys, because if it would, I think maybe I'll do it. Because it's hard. It's so hard being a parent. So maybe if we had somewhere to go to talk, you know, maybe that would help all of us through it. Because obviously you guys have the same, you know, hard times as I do. Hi, Kayla. How are you? So I would love to hear. Oh, Adria, that's cool. Okay, so I have one that would like to join that group. All right. So let me put some thought into this group. Let me think of a name of the group, or maybe you guys can help me think of a name. Like maybe Get Fit Crew Parent Edition, or Get Fit Crew Parenting Guide, something like that, to where we have somewhere that, you know, when we're having that hard time as a mom or a dad. Hey Nina, how are you? When we're having that hard time as a mother or a father or a stepmother or a stepfather, we have an outlet of somewhere to go to where we can write what our struggle is and what we're struggling with, and we can help each other. Just like we are right now, like just talking to you guys right now, I feel a little bit better. Oh, thank you, Martha. I'm excited for the trip. So, and I know my daughter's not upset with me. I know she understands, but I just feel bad, you know, the little guilt kicks in. But I know we're gonna have a good time, and I know I'll be able to keep in touch with her, and it's silly to not go just to be able to do her hair and makeup, you know, but it's making the memory, so it does make it hard. But I'll be fine, and she'll be fine. The day's gonna go off great. Thanks to today's technology, we can FaceTime, and I could tell her how to do her makeup. Instead of me doing it, she can do it herself, because normally I do it for her for events. But yeah, so, okay, I'm going to go and enjoy this energy, and I'm going to, and it tastes so good, and I can't get it's like a vanilla mixed with something, like a lemon. Oh, it's so good. So good. I love it. But let me know, who in here would join that group if I did it, because that would be fun. That, I think, I just had like an aha moment while I was chatting with you guys. That would be such a fun and different group. You know, I don't always run health and fitness groups. Sometimes I do marriage tip groups and stuff like that. But how cool would it be to have a group that we can go in and vent when our teenager does something stupid? Or we can go in and vent when we feel bad because we just had to punish our youngest child that has us wrapped around their finger, and we don't want to punish them, but we know we had to because we have to teach them right from wrong. Like, it would be great to have an outlet as a parent to do that. So, hey Hope, hey Rebecca. So comment in these news threads and let me know if you would join the group, just so I can have an idea of how many people I would get in and see if people would really be interested. And if you think someone might be interested, share this video so they'll comment in the thread, or tag them in the comments to see if they might want to be a part of it. And I'm really going to brainstorm this group, and I think I'm going to open it up. So let me know who wants to be a part of it. I'm going to go finish chugging this down. I have a leadership lunch that I'm getting ready to do with my girl Amy. We're going to get her set up on a new system that she's going to be using to grow her business. And then I have a little bit more planning to do for Holiday Survival Round 2. I already did day 2 of my abs giving challenge today, and I'm going to be doing my workout later tonight on day 2 for Holiday Survival's first round. So definitely have a busy day. That's why I needed this. So, all right guys, I'm looking forward to seeing the all-ins. I'm seeing some of them now, of the people that are in for that group. So I'm excited. I'm gonna get going on opening that up and adding you guys and thinking of a fun name. So let me know who's in, and again, tag your friends that you think would love to be a part of that group. I'll see you guys later.